Hey, good evening, guys. Nice to be back with you again. Told you I'd give you a little follow-up recap on my week's travels. So we're gonna do number one of our recaps. So hopefully we can do these every week and give you guys a better idea of how I do what I do and why I do it. And maybe it could help you in the future knowing where you got to be, the next best freight lane, where you got a deadhead, maybe you don't have a deadhead at all. So I'm just going to start it basically where we started off earlier this week, and I'm going to use a little cheat sheet because I don't, can't remember it all in my head obviously. But we started off the week in Warren, Ohio on 12/5. Warren, Ohio, we did a 49-mile deadhead to Warren, Ohio from the house here in Akron. We did one piece at 890 pounds, went to Rudders, Arkansas for a total loaded miles of 936. So again, that's 49 deadhead, 936 loaded. We delivered the next day, 12/6. Then after that, from Arkansas, we got a run out of Fayetteville, Arkansas. It was like a 24-mile deadhead. And it was only one piece at 10 pounds. It was a real small one. Went down to Broken Bow, Oklahoma. And that was 179 loaded. So again, 24 deadhead, 179 loaded. And then that was, mind you, that was a round trip. We went from Fayetteville, Arkansas, went down to Oklahoma, and back to Fayetteville, Arkansas, and that was all paid. Everything was paid. No deadhead from Oklahoma back. Everything's paid. So once we got back to Arkansas, we had another run from Fayetteville, Arkansas, going to Louisville, Kentucky. That was a 0-mile deadhead. That was 54 pieces. There was not available on the weight. Again, it was Fayetteville, Arkansas, Louisville, Kentucky, 629 loaded miles, no deadhead, all miles paid. And that was 12/7. And then on 12/8, we had to do a recovery load from Louisville, Kentucky to Greenville, Tennessee. And that was a 14-mile deadhead. That was 3 pieces for 2,900 pounds, and it was 278 loaded miles. So 14 deadhead, 278 loaded, for a total of the week 2,022 loaded, 87 deadhead miles. So it wasn't a horrible week. I mean, we've done worse and we've done better, of course, but anytime you can get 2,000 plus miles, you're definitely in the positive. We like to try and strive for like 25 to 3. That's what we're really happy at. But if we get 2,000, we're still okay. I mean, that's livable, maintainable. You can pay your bills, have a few extra bucks. It's when you're around 1,500 miles, that's when it really starts to hurt and it shows, and you really start feeling the pain of it. So you always want to try and get above 2,000 miles a week. After I delivered my last load to Greenville, Tennessee, there's a bunch of bad weather that came in, snow, ice, and everything. Dispatch had told me that we're doing horrible in the Carolinas right now. I was on the edge of Tennessee. I was like right there where Tennessee, the Carolinas, and Virginia kind of all intersect right there. And that's a bad area for us. So they told me I'd either be better off to go up to Chicago, Indiana, or just go north, go right back home. They said they definitely did not recommend me to stay there in Tennessee. So I decided to take the gamble and do a 400 plus mile deadhead and come back home. And surprisingly enough, I got here today. I wasn't here but a few hours, and dispatch called me. I'm already set up. I just went and picked up a load up north by Cleveland, Middleburg Heights. I went up there and picked up. Got 3 skids in my van right now going to North Carolina for like 570 miles, and that's for next week's recap, so I won't even get into that right now. But I'm already loaded and set up for next week, so I'm going to be leaving out tomorrow, Sunday, to go to the Carolinas. And hopefully we do good out there. Dispatch told me they didn't want me going to the Carolinas because we ain't been doing too good out that way. So I'm kind of nervous about being out there, but I think we're going to make the best of a bad situation. I think it'll be all right. I'm pretty sure we'll get out of there. I'm confident. So that's where we stand right now, guys. 2,022 loaded miles for the week, 87 deadhead miles total. And now I deadheaded home. This deadhead, I don't know how I'm going to play that. I guess I'll play that on next week's totals. But yeah, and it happens. You got to chase the freight lanes every once in a while. Every once in a while you're going to eat one. You just got to go, 40, 50 bucks in gas and get on down the road and get yourself in a better position for the following week. So on that, guys, if there's anything else y'all want to see, anything else you might want me to mention or include in these recap videos, make sure and let me know. I read all my comments every week, every day. I try to get to them and I respond to every single one of them. So if there's something more you guys want to see on the weekly recaps, just jot it down. I'll respond. I'll try and include it in the next video. On that, man, hope y'all enjoyed it. I'm going to get on out of here and get myself prepared to roll back out of town tomorrow and get to the Carolinas. So you guys have a good night that way. Y'all be well. We'll see you soon. See you. Bye.
Stay tuned for my dad adventure. Don't forget to like and subscribe on my daddy's videos.